Two reasons why your hair may be breaking. Number one, it might need moisture. Number two, it may need protein. Now, let's get into that. If your hair needs moisture, it will break when dry. You'll see hair in the comb, you'll see hair all over your clothes, on the floor. Now, let's be clear. Hair normally sheds a little here and there, but if you see an excessive amount of hair on your clothes, in your sink, on the floor, you may have a problem. You might be lacking in moisture. A lot of times we tend to use products that have way too much alcohol. When you're choosing products, make sure you choose products with moisture. Moisturizing shampoos, moisturizing conditioning treatments, moisturizer, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something that will dry your hair out is aerosol oilings, some of them. Some of them are really good, some of them can dry your hair out. It's best to use a glossifier if you're looking for sheen out of your product. Get you a glossifier, a spray glossifier. Those are very good and they will help detangle your hair. But if you are combing your hair and you see hair dropping all over the place, you see hair, like I said, all over your clothes, it is possible that your hair is lacking moisture. Try to find products that have moisture. They should say it on the bottles. Now, you want to invest a little bit of money in your products. Don't get things that are, say, $1.25, because a lot of times those products are full of alcohol and they only will make your hair dry out even worse. So just spend a little bit of money on your products, as much as you can afford. Don't try to, overstretch. And if you really do have a big problem with hair shedding, you might need to go and find your beautician, sit down with her, have a consultation, and talk to her. And I'm going to tell you another tip. If your hair is breaking while it's dry in long strands, a lot of times your scalp might be overly dry. So if your scalp is overly dry, your hair will break in long strands. And a lot of times, if you need a touch-up. When we wear relaxers and we don't get our touch-ups on time, your hair can break at the line of demarcation. That is the hair between the relaxed hair and your actual natural hair. A lot of times your natural hair is stronger than the relaxed hair. So right at the line of demarcation, it can start to break if you don't get your relaxers on time. So pay attention to those two things. When it's time for your relaxer, it might break. Or if your scalp is overly dry, that's when your hair probably is going to start breaking in long strands. But if your hair is just breaking off in the sink and you getting, just breakage, it's possible that you might lack moisture in your hair products. So go back and start just buying products with moisture, because that is exactly what you're going to need. Now, the next thing, protein. A lot of times people don't know that they need protein. Well, I'm going to tell you, if your hair is breaking when it's wet, you need protein. If you finding hair in the sink after you have shampooed your hair, or you combing through your conditioner, or even hair in your hands when you're shampooing it, you need protein. Sometimes when you need protein, your hair might come out in gobs. You just don't know. Now, a lot of times we tend to overprocess our hair. When you overprocess your hair, it becomes very, very weak. And while you're rinsing your conditioner or you're rinsing out the product, it will start to come out. You immediately need protein. Now, the first thing you want to do if your hair is coming out while it's wet, in my suggestion, neutralize it. That always works for me. Anytime a client comes to me and her hair is coming out at the sink while I'm shampooing it, I'm going to neutralize it, because whatever it is that's going on, I want to stop the action of whatever it is. For all I know, they have down the hair. They probably did not rinse out their relaxer thoroughly. I'm not sure, but I do know if I use that neutralizing shampoo, it will stop the action of the chemical or whatever it is that's in their hair. Now, make sure when you purchase your products, you want to get protein treatments, protein conditioning treatments. Okay, make sure you start to treat your hair with protein. Sometimes you can even find cholesterols that have lots of protein. But to be on the safe side, go to the beautician. Sit down with her. Talk to her. Maybe she can recommend you some products to use on your hair. But what you want to do is focus on stopping the breaking now before you end up with no hair. Okay? So that's just a little bit that I want to give you right now, because of course I gotta get to work. So one more time, if your hair is breaking when it's dry, you need moisture. If your hair is breaking when it's wet, you need protein. Those could be just 2 good reasons why your hair could be breaking off. Gotta fix that, and fix it now. So I'm gonna get to work. Oh, and remember, if your hair is breaking in long strands, it is a possibility that your scalp is overly dry. We don't like to use grease. Nowadays, I make what they call grease, but I call it ointments, because I have nourishing, all kind of herbs in it that's gonna nourish your scalp and not just coat it. Okay, that's something that you want to stay away from. You just don't want a grease to just coat your scalp. You want it to nourish and penetrate. So, and if you want to check that out, it's on my website. Also, I have a hair butter, a moisturizing hair butter. If you want to check that out, it's on my All Made Up by Sondrell website too. So, like I said, put something on that scalp to stop that hair from breaking in long strands, as well as get clear on whether or not you need a relaxer. Because if you need a relaxer, it's probably breaking at the line of demarcation in long strands as well. And to keep it real, some of y'all just break y'all hair breaking off because of neglect. Don't neglect your hair. I'm gonna tell you something that somebody told me years ago. She said, if you're not true to it, it will be false to you. Think about that, okay? Y'all have a good day. If you like this video, tap that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Be blessed. Bye. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments, okay? Bye.